And we are back. Another beautiful day, another beautiful show. Shout out to everybody out there in the land, all the water boys, the water girls, everybody out there supporting the show. Before we even get started, man, we got to take care of some house business. So everybody that's watching the show, everybody listening to the show, do us a favor. Make sure you go like, subscribe, check us out on every single platform where you get your content, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and everybody out there in audio land. Go to Apple Podcasts, even if you're checking us out on Spotify. Go and leave us a 5-star rating. Go and leave some comments. What that does is it helps us grow inside the algorithm and helps more people discover the show. We try to bring the best support we can to give you the sports content and entertainment you love. So do us a favor, help support us so we can continue to grow and help you help us and help us help you.
Trey,
you know what I mean?
You got a dope hoodie on. Talk about it.
I do, man, and I was gonna get to that as well,
I'm
man.
sorry,
yeah,
man.
no, it's all good,
Yeah.
man. Like, you know, you definitely gotta let the people know, man. So around football time and just any time of the year, you know, we live in the city of Atlanta, man, and we call our Falcons the Blood Pressure Birds. And so, look, man, we got the dope Blood Pressure Birds merch. So look, for the Blood Pressure Bird person in you or the Blood Pressure Bird lover that's in your life, go to 285clothing.com. You can get your Blood Pressure Birds hoodie. You can get a shirt. We have different colors. We have different colorways and different kinds. The one where it's just huge, big Blood Pressure Birds on it that you see B Rich rocking. Or you can see this one. These Blood Pressure Birds are stressing me out. Show that support. Show everybody who you rocking with, man. And now we done with that. Hey, man, I think we can get to business.
Let's get it.
So look, y'all. You already know. We keep a full show. We keep a full show. It's never half. It's never a quarter. It's never 3/4. It's always full. And when you have a full show, you got to bring somebody that represents what it's like to have a position and bring just full strength and full ability and talent and athleticism to that position and on the field. So we brought one of the great fullbacks, man, that represented here in the city of Atlanta, but also represented in Baltimore for them Ravens, man. So if you don't know who that is, listen, y'all gonna love this, man. We have the one and only Atlanta Falcon, former Baltimore Raven, Ovie Mughelli. Y'all give it up for my guy.
Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it, man. Y'all a big deal, man.
Hey.
Y'all are appointment television, podcasting. Like, I gotta say, because I remember watching your early shows and how you've grown, how you guys, like, people talk about y'all to me all the time. And I remember I've seen y'all out and about. I've given you your props, but you are not stopped. You talking about growing, giving them what they need. The people of Atlanta appreciate y'all. The people of Atlanta appreciate their voice being heard through y'all, because those Blood Pressure Birds have made you have high blood pressure in both ways.
Yes.
For great games where they beating the Bills and the Rams, and games where you going crazy because they losing to the Dolphins, they losing to teams like the Panthers and the Jets. So man, y'all are entertainment bottled up, and me and my boy Michael Turner, our little Believe in Falcons podcast, we trying to learn from y'all. You got 18 cameras. I see why you got all the good looks, because me and Mike got our one rinky-dink camera. We are running, a elementary type of program compared to y'all. So
come on,
it's
man.
a pleasure to be on the show, man. Pleasure to be on the show.
Well, look, I appreciate that, and I do have to also, man, if this was a tennis match, man, I have to volley that thing back to you, you know what I'm saying, and say thank you for the kind words that you're giving us, not only today, but we saw you when Matt Ryan had the ceremony before he was inducted into the Atlanta Falcons Ring of Honor, and you gave us our props, and you sometimes when you make content, and you spoke about this because Mike Penix commented on your show, and you said you didn't realize that he was watching or as many people tuned in. Sometimes when you're creating and you just, your head is down, you just creating, man. You just working. You don't realize who it may be touching. But when you have an opportunity to speak to someone who you've looked up to in a certain field, someone that you have given us entertainment and helped our Falcons win, when we got those compliments back, it means a lot. It lets you know in a time where maybe you may feel like, are we being stagnant? Those type of compliments let us know to continue to keep pushing and keep going. So I want to say thank you at the same time.
You're welcome.
Hey, man, I got to give you your props, too, man. Like, I managed my boy for years, man, as an artist. And I seen him do something for the first time I've never seen him do when we met you we was at Buford and the Falcons was practicing.
Yeah.
And you didn't know who he was.
Nah.
Right, so we saw you. We was excited. We was potentially wanting to get you on the show.
Yeah.
You know, like, because we really didn't have any guests on the show at the time. So we walked up and, you know, everybody was around you. And, like, you know, most people, when they don't know who you are, they kind of chump you off. But like you was busy.
Yeah.
You was busy. A lot of people. But Trey, for the first time in my life, he's like, hey, let me show you the show.
Yeah.
And I ain't never seen him be aggressive like that. And he went and showed you. He had a sports bars that he gave the 28-3.
Yeah.
And he showed it to you. Yeah. And you actually, and it's long, it's like a minute and something long. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're trying to meet somebody and make them watch it, you watch the entire sports bars and you gave my boy some time. Yeah. But I was so like, damn, I've never seen Trey do this. This is usually me. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah.
And so that's the first time we met you, man. And you gave us a shout out then, bro.
Hey, man, you got to advocate for yourself. One thing I tell kids, adults, everybody, you got to advocate for yourself. Almost all the major moments in my life has been because I advocated for me. And that's sometimes hard because I'm humble by nature. There's some people who love to talk about themselves loud, and I'm not that guy. I've learned to be that guy in the right situations, but everything from my Pro Bowl, they gave Michael Turner 2 Pro Bowls, and I'm sitting here just sitting in Atlanta while Mike on Hawaii. I'm like, who you think blocked for Mike? Who you think blocked for Michael Turner? So I had to do a whole campaign and hire a marketer, publicist, a whole team, and get the fans to vote, get the media to vote, and make sure, not even just like, hey, please vote for me. No, just look at me. Yeah. See what I'm doing.
Realize I'm out here.
And realize that I'm out here doing work. And do what you will with that. Y'all, same thing. The reason he was hyped because he knew he had something special. And y'all know you had something special, and the proof's in the pudding, man.
Man, we appreciate that. So look, I'm gonna let B Rich start it off because I know he's ready to dig in.
Oh, there's a lot
to what in the world may have happened this year. So I'm gonna let him start the questions off and lead us where we going.
Let's go. First and foremost, man, I played fullback. William Andrews was my favorite running back, and I wore number 31. So I got a lot of respect for the position. It looks like you can still go out there and help us out, man.
I got 5 plays in me, like 5.
Oh, well, at least you got 5. Most people say 1.
I got 1 play.
Yeah.
I can get 4th and 1. They don't think I can.
All right.
But we'll.
And I was gonna ask that, man.
I'm gonna let him bring it up. Go ahead.
Look, since he brought it up,
yeah.
My guy right here. So this is a 2-part question.
All right.
I'm gonna ask it one way, then I'm gonna ask another one.
Go ahead.
And I want to see what you're gonna say. My guy believes he can go out right now and get a 4th and 1 in an NFL game.
Oh, that's ooh.
Do you believe he can go and do
it? You know what? With the right offensive line, anyone can get 4th and 1 if the O-line is doing what they're supposed to do.
And I can just dive right now.
You can fall forward. if it's a QB sneak, you can get it. If it's a fullback dive.
Oh, no. He's got to come from the running back.
Oh, it's a tailback?
He's the running back.
Ooh, that's gonna be hard. Just because
what I'm gonna do?
Those holes they close.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dive.
You gonna read, you gonna dive.
He gonna dive to the line of scrimmage and be down.
Because this man is a superior athlete, I would give him a 50-50 chance.
Thank you.
50-50 chance.
Okay, look, well, part 2 to that question. See, and I can only ask you this. I couldn't ask the other people. We talked to Sid Bear, man. We talked to Abraham Ridgeball. We talked to a lot of people about it. But you're the only person I can ask this question to about his 4th and 1. Yeah. Do you believe he could get the 4th and 1 if you the one blocking for him?
Oh, of course. Of course.
No, it'd be so easy.
100 out of 100 times.
Hey, listen, all I have to do is follow him and dive.
I was so serious when we looked at Mike Mularkey, our offensive coordinator. I would tell him, if you do not give me the ball or give Mike the ball, don't love Matt Ryan. He's the GOAT, Ring of Honor, eventual Hall of Famer, but 4th and 1, that's us. 3rd and 1, that's us.
Yeah.
They can know it's coming. We can know it's coming. But because I know what I can do, I know I was the best fullback in the NFL, and that was proven by the Pro Bowls. I know Mike was the best tailback in the NFL. We were number 2 in the league at 08. I know that me and him together, best running backs duo in the history of the Falcons, period. I know that.
Man,
when we come down and Saints, Steelers, whoever, it's like we laughing. We laugh because they actually think they have a chance. They actually think that they might be able to stop us. So I don't care if it's you or him. It can be all y'all. We can just keep on going. It's 1 yard. That's 1 yard. We can do that every time. Easy.
All right, let me get into it, man.
Yeah.
Our Atlanta Falcons, man.
Uh-huh.
We just hired Matty Ice.
We did.
President. I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked D. Who do you want to see? We'll get back to Matty. Who do you want to see you to see be the Atlanta Falcons coach?
I'm biased, and you talk about the blood pressure birds. The Raven is a bird too, and the Ravens have been up and down. My poor man, Lamar, he deserved better. Like he just deserves better. Like this year, it's a field goal. Last year, it's Mark Andrews dropping the ball. Like he's too good to be losing so much. But end of the day, it falls on the coach.
Yeah,
John Harbaugh's not a bad coach. Yeah. He's a Hall of Fame coach that became available. If we don't do whatever we got to do to get him and have him come right here, we missing the boat. Because I don't want, and shout out to Mike Smith and Dan Quinn and Arthur, all these guys. It's coordinators trying to be a head coach. Raheem kind of interim, so he's but head coach a little bit, then came to head coach again. But I want a solidified, guaranteed win. I would have taken Bill Belichick last year. I was advocating just because I don't want to guess. I would have taken the Bill Belichick. Who knows if that would have went well or not with his little girlfriend. We don't know. We'll never know. But I want somebody who's not pulling a Zach Robinson, trying to figure ish out and trying to build a plane while he's flying it. I don't want that. I want somebody who knows what he's doing and can do it at a high level from day one. And that's Harbaugh.
You want a CEO?
Yeah.
Somebody to CEO on the
field. Yeah, absolutely. Why wouldn't you? After all we've been through, after all the, he should be good, he might be good, we want him to be good, why don't we just get somebody who's great from day one? Why wouldn't we do?
You make a compelling argument for it. When I spoke to Joe Hamilton, the great Joe Hamilton, man, Georgia Tech legend. Yeah. I spoke to him.
I beat him on in 1999. Wake Forest University beat Joe Hamilton and Georgia Tech for the Aloha Bowl. No, and Joe Hamilton, unfortunately, no one wins the Heisman and loses to Wake Forest. And he lost to Wake Forest. I don't believe won the Heisman that year. And it was our fault because they were up. We came back. We just had to be either Georgia Tech or Duke. We lost to Duke the game before. And if we lost to Duke, how can we beat Georgia Tech? It was any given Sunday, remember the Titans type of movie show beating the Georgia Tech Jackets. And Joe Hamilton was amazing. Our defense was better.
Yeah.
But shout out to you, Joe, man. It was amazing because I was a freshman. I was 19 years old. And I was like, oh, my God, Joe Hamilton. I was like, wow, he's so great. We have no chance. But you know what? Since we have nothing to lose, let's go all out.
Just go all out.
We tore down the goalpost. We brought it to the school. We went to Hawaii, the Aloha Bowl. Joe losing. Thank you, Joe. Again, let me go to Hawaii as an 18, 19-year-old. Had a ball.
Wow, I bet you did. Yeah. He was telling me that he wants a CEO. He said, I think we get too caught up in the play calling this. He said, man, because now when the defense is on the field, if your head coach is an offensive coordinator, now he's over there talking to the offense, but I need him paying attention to everything that's going. He said, we need a CEO. He said, I think the Falcons need a CEO.
1,000%.
So you kind of echo, some of his sentiments.
Mm-hmm.
Man, so all right, now Matty Ice, you got a chance to play with Matty.
I did.
What type of mentality is he bringing to the organization?
I was telling Mike, we did a show yesterday. Should we be posted today? And we were talking about Matthew Ryan. And I call him Matthew. He's Matthew to me first before I call him Matty. It is the best thing we could have done. As far as getting the fans on board, getting the city on board. People were, like your shirt says, their blood pressure was so high, they were just tired of believing. Our show's called Believe in Falcons. We had to just call it In Falcons halfway through the season because that's 7 and 8 losses. That's 7 losses in 8 games. We couldn't say, yo, guys, keep believing in the Falcons. Keep believing in the Falcons. I don't even know. I can't even ask you. It's irresponsible for me to ask you to believe the Falcons when they've lost 6 in a row, 5 in a row. And people were just done. Getting rid of their PSLs, selling their seats, saying there were people calling for Arthur to sell the team. That's when you knew it was bad. Because ain't nobody can say one bad word about Arthur Blank, but there are a lot of people saying that he's out of touch. He don't know what's going on. He going to bring Raheem back, even though I said on the show, 4-0 to end the season. And Terry Fontenot giving you defensive rookie of the year candidates, getting the sack record from worst in the league to best in the league, giving you guys like Xavier Watts, bringing Jesse Bates in. Terry did enough to stay here. Raheem did enough at the end, I think, to get one more year if you go by what he did with Arthur Smith and go by what he did with Dan Quinn and go by how he gave those boys opportunity. You would say he did enough to stay here. But because Arthur didn't want to just do good enough. He didn't want to just do well. He knew that he had to make a splash. He had to make big changes. He was losing the fan base. And he said the best way to get everyone back on board and to fully have the fans say, I believe in the Falcons again, is to reset, total reset, and bring in the one, the only Matt Ryan, who can do no wrong in the organization. Even though he got so much hate, all the Matt Ryan haters, they can miss me with that. I had to see and hear so many people talk about Matt Ryan was the worst and Matt Ryan is this. We would have won that without Matt Ryan. We should have gotten better. That Desmond Ridder, Marcus Mariota years, that showed that Matt Ryan wasn't as bad as people thought they were. But him now in this administrative role is going to give us every opportunity to be the best we can be.
Man, so what, coming into his president role, what is something that you would tell the people they could expect or should expect from Matt Ryan that they possibly don't know about Matt Ryan?
I think that people know that he has obviously a high football IQ, but there are some people who have a high football IQ and don't have common sense. And he has both at a very, very high level. Like those times when you're sitting in your seat and you're your armchair quarterback and you're like, why the heck wouldn't he use these timeouts? Or why the heck would you pick this guy when he's got some injuries? Or why the heck would you not run the... Matt is somebody who will actually interject himself, even though he said he wouldn't. He's going to have enough range to, in a polite, pleasant, professional, but persistent way, say, hey, we can't be making these dumb mistakes. We have to understand that, this is this and that is that. I just know that the squeaky voice rookie that was here in 2008 when I was a 6-year veteran, I just got that big deal and I was, big dog of the Falcons. I didn't know what to expect from Matt Ryan. I didn't watch him a lot in college. I was surprised we picked him. But from day one, everyone saw the touchdown to Michael Jenkins game one, pass one, quarter one. But before that, just his preparation, his professionalism, the way that he carried himself, and the fact that he demanded respect, but he earned it immediately.
Did he ever get in your ass?
Oh, all the time.
Tell us an example.
All
about
the
that.
time.
Finish your point and tell us a story. Oh
my gosh. Oh God. Yeah. So I'm trying to feel like what story I can tell without giving too much away.
Nah, man.
But no. I mean, the point is that Matt Ryan is going to be an amazing executive, and he's not going to allow some of the BS that's happened where you're like, why doesn't anyone see that? He's going to see that. But a Matt Ryan story that is really simple. It's just catch the damn ball, Ovie. Catch the damn ball, Ovie, is what he said. And I was scared a little bit because I missed a ball. It wasn't even the game, but it was in practice. And we call it Perfect Fridays. So we want to have Perfect Fridays. And so we didn't have pads on, just the helmets. Brother, grab my helmet. Again, I'm the big dog. I'm the highest paid fullback in the NFL. I'm a large human being, and I was larger than. I was like 5% body fat, 250. Like I was a dog. Yeah. And Matt's skinny butt grabbed my helmet, and he said, "Catch the effing ball, Ovie. When I throw it, you catch it." He's like, "I'm not going to throw you the ball if you don't catch it in practice." And I'm just like, okay, so we're lollygagging. It's Friday. You'll get ready for the buses away game, and I got a little bit loose. I usually catch the ball. I dropped one. He's like, you don't have any room for error. Yeah. Roddy misses one, I throw him like a 100 ball. Julio misses one, I throw him a 100 ball. Tony Gonzalez misses one, which rarely happens, never happens. He's like, but I throw you just a couple of times. I need to know when I throw you the ball, you're going to catch it. So it was something to that nature. And part of me was pissed. I was like, who's you talking to? But then I was like, then I was like, you realize, you know what? That's my quarterback. He wants the best for us. He wants the best for our team. And he wants to hold me to a high standard. So I appreciate that, and I needed that because I'm always locked in. I'm usually locked in. But I let go a little bit because we were playing like some horrible team, and that's what a great quarterback does. And I wonder at times if, I don't know who in the organization needed to have that role, but you saw time and time again against crappy teams, we played crappy. We played down to the level of competition, and we played up to the level of competition.
Yes.
And a lot of people say, I tried to defend Raheem because that's my boy. I appreciate and love what he's doing, but that's coaching.
Yeah.
When you do that consistently, it's hard not to point that to coaching. And there are fans and all them in my DMs in the show because I was just like, I don't think it's Raheem. I don't think it's not his fault. And the fumbling's not his fault. He can't make that thing. Not catching balls not his fault. Missing kicks not his fault. I'm like, y'all putting it all on Raheem. That's things he can't control. but the level of professionalism and the culture, that is his fault. That's his job.
You know what?
To create.
I think his fault, and my partner said it from the rip, and I was trying to be optimistic.
Yeah.
Trey said, hey, man, I'm really concerned about our offensive and defensive coordinators because they've never called plays in an NFL game. That was his downfall.
Who? I told Mike, who in their right mind gets a chance to coach the Atlanta Falcons, head coach? And you decide, you know what I want to do? I want to pick somebody who's never called plays ever in their entire life at this level. That's who I want. I want to roll the dice, go to Vegas, and stake my future, my career, on Zach Robinson. Who in their right mind says that? At least, have Zach be an assistant to a play caller who's done it. Have me a quarterback coach. Why would you? I was like, he got something on Raheem. Like Zach got something on Raheem. They might have had one drunk night and so I don't know what he got, but it don't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. Like me and Michael Joe, like it makes no sense that you changed the DC because you saw that ish wasn't working
in the middle of the season.
But the OC. No, keep on pistoling. Keep on doing the pistol.
What you say on your show? Bang bang,
bang bang. I was like bang bang. They clipped that, and then your boy Penix talking about what he said for real. He's like, I don't know where these guys are getting this information from. I was like, Mike, we ain't the only people talking about why on earth are you staying in the pistol when we know. And it's not like I'm an armchair quarterback. I was like, I played the game for 10 years. We got 4 All-Pros between me and Mike. I was like, we've talked about it, and Abraham's talked about it. Crumpler's talked about it. Like Brian Finneran talked about it. You got all the people who know football are just saying, if we have a back like Bijan Robinson, and we know the ability for play action to give you so much more opportunity, open up, let these wide receivers get space. Play action for pistol is some ridiculous, you turn around and circle play action. Ain't nobody going for that. Play action from under the center, that's real play action. That I format guy, I'm a little biased. I'm an I formation guy, but play action from under the center with a back like Bijan, oh, you got opportunity. Kirk Cousins doing it, but you ain't doing it. And so I don't know what the reason is. They were saying the coach was saying that he is more comfortable there, and some were saying that maybe Michael Penix is still recovering from an injury, so he can't get out as fast. I don't know what it was, but whatever it is, we don't know. And we all are left to just hypothesize on what the real reason. I would love for Penix to come up and say it, but he ain't gonna do it. Me and Michael Jordan was like, "Hey, the coaches are gone. The coaches are gone. You're free. Tell us the real. Like, it was it you? Was it the coach? Like, Zach's here, Raheem's here. You ain't got to do the PC thing that
Blank still there.
Blank's still there. You're right.
He only gonna let him say.
We would all love to know because I went on the Falcons fan cruise with Penix's family, his mom, his family.
Yeah, cool people.
Hey, hella cool people. I said, I want the brother to be successful. We all want him to win. We want him to be the franchise quarterback, but we also are going to say something if we feel like he's not being put in the best position to succeed. And from our point of view, from most fans' point of view, being in that position under the center, the same way that Kirk Cousins was when he came in, allowed us to take full advantage of a generational running back in Bijan Robinson.
So I mean, asking that, and we get right back to Matt, but since you touched on Mike, I mean, what's your opinion of Mike Penix? Do you feel like Penix is the guy?
Unfortunately, I don't think he was fully healthy at any point in the season. I get it. No one's fully healthy in the NFL, but I don't feel like he's shown us his best football. If you judged him on just what you saw, like he played a good enough. We had other issues with defense, even though we were making sacks, we were letting people get yards over the middle. We had issues with sometimes the run game, the pass game, all over the place. Not just Penix, but Penix. He didn't do what Matt Ryan did his first year. He didn't say, all right, that's the franchise quarterback. So he's got work to do. But I do think that he showed enough. When he had those flashes, you're like, oh, right there. That Leonardo DiCaprio thing, right there.
Yeah.
That's what we want. And so he's shown you that he has it, but it's to be consistent. What Ray Lewis told me when I was coming up in Baltimore and trying to learn from a Hall of Fame linebacker on, I want to be great. I wanted to be great like Ray, like Ed, like Dion. And he was like, ain't about being great. It's about being consistently great. It's like be like what Peyton Manning has, what Tom Brady has. You know when they step out there, ain't going to be a flash. No flashes. your whole life is a flash. Your whole career is a flash. You are staying on 10 all the time. We haven't seen that from Penix, but I don't think it's not in him. He just has to pull that out.
Now, I was saying, do you think Penix during the season kind of threw the coaches under the bus? Because he did say, hey, man, no one's ever really talked to me. I was like that was kind of like, I think that was the beginning.
That was rough. And I know the second he said it, the coach was like, God dang. They're like, ooh, because it's in a player's nature to say what comes natural. And he didn't plan that. He wasn't trying to do that. That's just how he feels. Now, maybe he misunderstood the question and he tried to clean it up. I know, but he tried to clean it up. And some people try to help him out. But when he said that he goes to his girlfriend for support and goes to his family, and then that's good. Maybe he thought a different type of support. But for the football support, to not say, oh, yeah, QB coach, OC, head coach, I got to, I think he mentioned a coach at home or a throwing coach because everyone was talking about developing, having people that can develop it. And he was a great QB in college. That's why we got him. But there are QBs that come into the NFL and continue to raise their level of play because they have the best minds working with footwork, working with mechanics. I mean, I know that even though I came in as an All-American fullback, I came in as an All-ACC fullback, all that stuff, I learned so much from Max Strong, Lorenzo Neal, Mike Allstout, not just watching their video, but I said, Ray Lewis, tell me every fullback that you've gone up against that's giving you trouble. What have they done? Like, how do they use their hands? How do they hold without you seeing it? What techniques do they do? What are you looking at when you look at my eyes? Are you getting a tip off of where I'm going or how I'm leaning? And he's like, yeah, when you do this, you do that, you lean forward, backward. He's like, you got to be straight, even. I develop every year, and Penix has to develop. I don't think that he developed as much as he should have from year 1 to year 2. Again, I understand the injuries, but him actually saying that kind of confirmed to a lot of people is like, maybe he's not getting all the support he needs.
Wow. You know what? I lost my train of thought, but go ahead, Trey.
Man, so coming into this head coaching search, coming into these GMs, you spoke about that you want a veteran.
Yeah.
So what do you want to see just from like what the culture the coach can build? Like I said the other day, we haven't had an identity, and I think the Atlanta Falcons need an identity. What type of identity would you like to see stamped? Looking at the pieces we have, looking at the players we have to build with, the nucleus we have.
Before you get in there, you want to know his identity?
Yeah, what is it?
It's short. It's tits. Tough in trenches.
Tough in trenches. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Tough in trenches. I know where you're going with that. I was like,
but go ahead, let me hear it. It's the inside joke. I just want to.
I love it. Tough in trenches. Tits. All right. That's something. I'm gonna use that. But
just don't use it at home.
No, I'm not. My wife will get on me. My wife's a scary woman. She's a beautiful, wonderful, scary woman. But I really want to do their identity be the same thing you're talking about. It's physicality. Well, our identity was, and I always say I'm never gonna be the guy who's like back in my day, but then I keep going to
back in your day,
back in my day when I was young and I had no gray hair. Like Tyson Clabo, Harvey Dahl, Justin Blaylock, Todd McClure, Sam Baker. Like we
nasty old line.
Were called dirty. We were called, especially
Harvey Dahl.
Harvey Dahl was a crazy man. Harvey Dahl was that guy, and like remember the Titans that's grabbing the locker without a helmet and banging his head in, blood coming down, and just ready to go.
You remember Wildcats True Elo? That's who he was.
He was that guy. Every team needs a crazy mother lover that's just going to go out there and you have to hold him back. Harvey, no! Every other play, Harvey, get off him. Harvey, you're gonna get. And he was a Viking that just wanted war. Yeah. He wanted violence, and we all loved it. Because that was how I thought. That's how Michael Turner thought. Even Matt Ryan had that nasty streak. So we were like, let's go. Let's effing go. And it was
Matt Ryan?
Oh, yeah. Because when we were the run play, I love it. He's like, I ain't in this. This is y'all boys. He's like, get the effing yard. Like Matt, nicest guy. He cursed so much. Man, it was in the huddle, in our little like. And in the huddle, it's something that's where it's sacred. Yeah. It's our moment. Yeah. No one else in the world got to be with me, Michael Turner, Julio, Roddy, Tony Gonzalez, Matt Ryan, the 5 linemen I made. And when we in there, like, we're family. And we know the dogs that we are, and we just laughing. at the defense, whoever it is, because they're going to get it. And they're going to get it. So that's the type of physicality that I want to bring back. And at times I saw a little bit of that with this Falcons team. We have some finesse, and Bijan is not a quote-unquote power back, even though he's shown power in some of his hits. He's hit people. I'm like, look, Bijan did that? That guy's going back. He's like a 230, 40-pound linebacker. Yeah. So he's got power, but he's not like the typical, I blocked for Jamal Lewis, I blocked for Michael Turner. We had power backs and a nasty attitude. I don't know if they're built to have that. Because I feel like that's the way to go to where you can't be beat. Yeah. If your identity is physicality, violence, that savagery that I think is necessary, they can know exactly what you're running. Yeah. You can tell them what you're running. Yeah. And they just can't stop it. Yeah. You know how helpless a feeling that is? Knowing what's coming. And I'd see linebackers from the second, and third, and fourth quarter, just the life draining from their body and their eyes. And they see me coming, they're starting to back up. Like Coach would go there Monday. He's like, look what our fullback did. Look at him. Before Ovie hits him, he's taking 2 steps back. He's getting ready for the impact. They're wearing him down. Our Falcons can do that. It'd be amazing. We brought an OC that says, we got Bijan. We're going to lean into that. But Tyler Algier, I don't think is going to be here for that. I hope he is. Man. But to ask Tyler Algier to keep on standing behind Bijan, and man, I've met Tyler so many times. I've seen him at so many different charity events. Falcons fans are lucky. Falcons fans are lucky that Tyler is the human being he is, because the majority of running backs would be out there campaigning, miserable, talking trash, saying or whatever. He none of that. Yeah. Like Arthur Blank, shout out to him. Shout out to, again, my boy Terry Fontenot, brought in good people. Good, solid people. It's hard to find a bunch of a-holes on this team. You can't say, oh, that guy's a jerk. That guy's, thinks he's full. We got like a lot of just solid, good human beings. Yeah, man. With
Tyler Algier, he's gonna go. So he reminds me a lot of Mike Turner. Yeah. Man. And I told the burner that. I said, man, but Tyler reminds me a lot of him.
Hey, one of the stories you talking about, the Matt Ryan stories. We Trey and I got a chance to go to the Matt Ryan retirement session.
Yep, saw you guys there too.
Yeah, and so Mud Duck had said he said that Michael Turner was goofing off in the huddle, farting and stuff, and he was laughing. And then Matt Ryan came and said, "Shut the fuck up!" I was like,
like I said, he switches it to where Matt will joke and he'll laugh. You'll see him. I mean, just as admin president Matt Ryan, sounds funny to say, he's professional, has a smile, has his kids, but he was gritty. Like Matt was gritty, and he did not care who you were. I've seen him cuss at Tony Gonzalez. I thought I'd never see it happen. I've seen him said, like, Tony, catch the effing ball. You're right. It's 6 yards, 8. You come back to 6. And Tony would go back, shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. I was like, what? Wow. But he didn't back down, because end of the day, he was always going to do what he felt like was best for the team, and that would help us get that W.
I love those stories, and the fact that I promise you, man, like before going to that retirement function, I thought Matt Ryan was the boy next door. I didn't think he did none of that, and I love the fact that he did. And that's what he's bringing to the organization. I best believe behind closed doors, he's gonna let them players have it, man.
Oh my gosh, I feel like. He says, I'm not going to be the quarterback. I'm not coming out of retirement like Philip Rivers. He's like, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, how to do it. And the thing is, he doesn't have to tell them. Like, him being who he is, them knowing the history of Matt Ryan, he's not accepting anything but their best. That's across the board. Coaches, players, admin, the janitor better step it up. Like, everyone knows that Matt Ryan's in the building. You got to step it up. We expect a certain level of excellence because, our GOAT is back home.
Man, so look, tell me something. I'm going to go back to the past a little bit when it comes to the Falcons. I know you were here with 07.
07 right? was the worst year of my football career. Bobby Petrino, Mike Vick went through his thing, and we lost, gosh, we were at 3-13. We lost like multiple games in a row, and fortunately, I was the largest free agent acquisition that season, so I wasn't getting death threats, but I was getting hate mail all the time saying, you're a bust, you're a waste of a fullback. Who in their right mind spends the majority of their free agent money on a fullback? Why are you here? No one said that to my face. I wish they would, but people were reaching out to me on the social media, and I hear people talking. It was crazy. Like, you're making this much money per play because you only played 7 plays per game. And we were losing every game.
Yeah.
Every game we were losing by the first, second quarter. So I had to just sit there on the sideline. They're not putting the fullback in when we're trying to go like 2-minute drill. So that first year was rough for me. I actually had to look at myself. I was like, am I a bust? Am I not worth this much? And no one wants to feel like they're because if they're, oh, you stealing. Hey, you stealing money. And I had my haters in Baltimore, Bart Scott. He couldn't wait. Saw him in Vegas. He's like, I told you, man. I told you wasn't good. I said, Bart, that's all right. I got something for you, Bart. And we played the Jets later on. I got this great picture. I'm holding Bart down, just shaking him.
Man, please
like, say that again.
story.
Say that again. And I think Tyson Clay was like, get off him, over. Get him off. I was like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him. Me and Bart had a friendly rivalry, not so friendly. Yeah, I love Bart, but he was like, you look, you on the team of the Ravens, you on the team, I'm gonna F you up, so I'm gonna F you up. And then we had a chance and we saw what happened. Anyways, that 2007 was a rough year. 2008 was so much better with Dimitrov, Mike Smith, Michael Turner, Matt Ryan. But my first year at the Falcons was crazy.
Let me ask you, I want to ask you a couple things
Yeah.
about players that you played with on Baltimore and Atlanta.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you this. The beginning of the 2007 season with Petrino, when Vic was there, you was in the offseason, correct?
I got 2 months with Vic.
Okay, so Roddy White said that offseason
Yeah.
that everything went smooth. If Vic would have stayed in place, he felt like they would have had a really good chance. Do you feel the same way? The way Petrino had the offense, the players, was it clicking like that or wasn't?
I mean, I didn't know because I came in through free agency, so I didn't get the whole offseason. I came in mid free agency, mid OTAs, and it looked good. I felt like the Ravens system was more to my liking because Warrick Dunn is more like Bijan's, where he's not a power back, and they wanted a big fullback. That's why Justin Griffin was, great guy. Loved him as a fullback, as a person. Met him before, but I'm a little bigger than him. I hit a little harder than him. I'm more physical than him. These are just facts.
Justin, you suck.
Yeah, man. No, Justin, you don't suck. You my dog, Justin. But these are facts. You watch me hit somebody. You watch Justin hit somebody. Anyways, but so he brought me in to help Warrick Dunn, but he wasn't. He's not Jamal Lewis. He's not Michael Turner. He's not a power back. And so we didn't fit well in the scheme that they had. And it was just like, it was a shit show. It was so bad. It was at a point, and Warrick Williams said it, we were fighting on the field. He's like, you got to block, but I said, you got to fall behind me. He's like, you got to do this. We were going at each other because there was so much negativity in the space. It went into the locker room. We went into the meeting rooms. You had players that were best friends that were cool. Like D'Angelo Hall yelling at the DBs, cornerback yelling at safety. It's your fault. It's your fault. It was crazy, the amount of negativity. I just sat there and was like, well, okay, win or lose your booze. Let's go to the club. Like people stopped caring after a while because it felt like the coach stopped caring. I mean, he left 3 games left of the season, so we're like, why are we still even doing this? It was such a rough year.
All right, so the players I want to talk about.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Playing
with Deion Sanders, Ray Lewis, those guys like Ed Reed. Like, go one by one and tell us about these guys, man.
Deion Sanders is my favorite dude ever, man. Like the reason that I became a 2-time All-Pro and first Pro Bowl fullback in Falcons franchise history, all that good stuff, was because of Deion Sanders in 2004. My second year in NFL, pulled my hamstring, got put on IR, gained a bunch of weight because I was miserable, a little bit depressed, and I was like, my dream is going to be slipping away from me because it's something that I couldn't control. And Deion pulled his hamstring real bad like a week later. And so I didn't know Deion. I was like everybody else in awe of him, but we rehabbed together for like almost 2-3 months. And I got a chance. First I was, kind of sheepish of, I didn't want to bother Mr. Sanders, Mr. Time, Mr. Prime Time. But he was like, hey man, you all right? You look like, the world ended for you, man. It's just an injury. It happens. And then he started talking to me. He kind of pulled it out of me. He's like, what's going on? Talk to me. I said, all right, you open the door. I just started like, man, how you do this? And how'd you do that? How'd you become Deion Sanders? And what'd you do different? How did that? And I'll tell you, this brother poured into me. And he was he was just getting into like his real God kick to where he was super spiritual. He was always talking about God, thanking God. And I grew up in the church and I had a relationship with God, but that personal relationship, like Prime helped me understand that like you got unlimited power when you tap into the Creator. You got unlimited power when you have the peace that you've done all you can and you can let go and let God. Jesus literally take the wheel. And we just talked day in, day out. And I was like, it changed my whole perspective. We all know football is more mental than physical. It changed my whole mental in how I thought about myself, the league, the opportunity, the coaches. And I was able to rehab, lose the weight, come back, earn a starting job the next year. After they gave me one chance to start, I started every game for the Ravens and made my first All-Pro my contract year, kind of like Kyle Pitts. I was like, hey, it's contract year. I got to put up or shut up. Y'all ain't see me a lot, but you going to see me this year.
Yeah.
And I had the late Steve McNair who was like, Ovie, I'm going to get you a contract. I'm going to get you. He's like, Jamal got hands? He's like, you got hands. He's like, I seen you in practice. He's like, we're going to work. And so, shout out to the late Steve McNair. He told me he's like, I'm going to help you get paid. And I did. But Deion was invaluable in my journey. Ray Lewis was scary. My first hit, like I think he gave me like 5 concussions the first time he hit me, all at the same time. All at the same time. And he was like, because I was fresh meat. They was all called me, because it wasn't just Ray. It was Ray Lewis, Peter Boulware, Adelius Thomas, Bart Scott, Ed Hartwell. And we just had like Terrell Suggs was a rookie like me. It was the who's who. And these jokers had just won the Super Bowl the year before. So they were the number 1 defense in the league. And it was me and poor Musa Smith from UGA. We were the scout team whipping boys. So they would give us the plays maybe like for like 10, 20 seconds before we saw it. We saw the plays for the first time. All right, guys, this is the Bengals, what they run. Ovie, you go here, you block the mic, and Musa, you run here. Wait, which hole? Nah, y'all go ahead. All right, let's go. Wait. Which way do I go? Who do I block? Just figure it out. All right, blue 42, ready, break. And I'm like, where's Ray? I was like, where's Peter? Where's Bosca? And sometimes it's ping pong. One guy hit me here, other guy hit me here. Like I was like, I quit. I called my mom every night. I called my Nigerian mother. I said, Mom, pray for me. I don't know if I can do this. That's like, I know I can do this, but I don't know if I can do this. And this is back when you had 2-a-days to where about 2 weeks into it, it wasn't like just a week or 2 days. It's like 2 weeks or 2 days back in 2003 against that defense. My body's beaten, bruised. I'm already dark skinned. I was turning purple in certain areas, and I'm just like, I'm just bloodied, and I couldn't imagine doing this full time, year after year. But again, like, my mom's a praying woman, and I was like, I'm not gonna give up unless I give my all. And it got to the point where Ray was finally like, you know what? You still here? You still here, rookie? He's like, okay, we got one. Oh, he think he's somebody. Oh, he think he big. Oh, we got a real fullback. And I was like, and I was trying to be his friend. I was like, guys, I'm just trying to give you a look, guys. I didn't mean.
So you was out there trying to hit him.
No, I was trying to hit him, but I was going to hit him anyway. But I want them to think that I didn't have a big head, because when they thought I had a big head, then they're really going to come after me. They're really going to tag me.
Try to break it
down.
down.
So I was trying to be friends. Hey, guys, I'm just giving you a look. This is what the Bengals do, what the Browns do. But Ray, after that second, third year, when he saw me improving, that's when he started to help me. And again, a big reason that I found success. Ed Reed, man, he's all vibes. He's all chill. One of the coolest dudes. You watch Ed and you see the NFL films and just how he talks, how he's so positive. Man, he would see me over there sulking. I mean, he's part of the defense. He knows that they be tagging me and beating me up. He's like, hey, man, keep your head up. Yeah. It's all right. Hey, you gonna get there. You ain't there now, but you gonna get there. He's like, I see you improving. So Ed always had a kind word for me, and he didn't have to. And I would see it, not just me. He would go to the practice squad guys who feel like, I don't know if I can do it. Because I'm lucky. My dad's a Nigerian immigrant. He's an OBGYN. He delivered 14,000 babies. We live in the suburbs. Like we did fairly well for African American family. So it wasn't like this is all I could do. Like I was pre-med at Wake Forest, the only football student athlete that was taking organic chemistry, cell biology, biomechanics. I was taking anatomy in the basement of the gym. I was going and pulling out trays of dead people, cutting up cadavers, putting pins in their bodies, ligaments, tendons, and trying to make sure that I was ready for the test, because I was going to be a doctor. My daddy a doctor, my sister a doctor. I'm going to be a doctor. I'm African, like full-blooded Nigerian. Like we going to be doctors. Football was just something I did to pay for college. And I did not think that I'd actually make it in the NFL, but I wanted to give it my best now that I was there. So it wasn't like I had to do this or else, there's nothing else. But there are people who, like, it was first, second, and last is football. And Ed knew how important it was to them, and he would spend time with them. Like, dude's heart is crazy. He's here in Atlanta, man. I be seeing him out and about. Just a really good dude, man. So Ray, Ed, Deion, they all poured into me and helped me become, again, the person that I was in Atlanta, the person I am today.
Did you get a chance to play and block for Jamal during that 2,000 yards?
Yeah. Well, I blocked from 2003, 4, 5, and 6. So not the big one. I had one against the Browns that he had like 234 something yards. It was crazy, but it wasn't the record. The record happened I think after I came to Atlanta, and he was out there just doing it. But again, Jamal Lewis is still around Atlanta, man. He's just he got a big old head, but he's just like an amazing I think artist when it comes to running, because as big as he is, you wouldn't think that he's as light on his feet as he is. The man can move, the man can cut, the man not Bijan level cut, but to be that size, I was just like, yo, this is a gift. I get a block for Jamal Lewis. I'm blocking Michael Turner, and I'm blocking for some dogs. And it's the worst feeling when you have a great block and you say, hey, man, you gonna score a touchdown off that when you slipped again? Come on, man. I blocked for some tailbacks, so I'm like, come on, man. So you
talking about Warwick?
No, I ain't talking about Warwick. He's trying to get me in trouble. Warwick, I ain't talking about you like that. They making stuff up. But yeah, I'm blessed and realize the blessing that I've had in my career to block for some amazing tailbacks. Not even just Mike, like Jarius Norwood. Shout out to Jarius.
Boy, fast.
He came out the gates like a
what?
Fast.
Mississippi State.
Fast.
Good old dark skin country boy, man. Jared, we had jokes about who's black, and me and him. It's him.
That is too funny.
But we joke, we have fun, we laugh. But that's my guy, Jarius Norwood. We had Anton Smith. We had a couple of guys, Jacquizz Rogers. It was fun. And back in Baltimore,
Anton Smith, he was fast.
Yeah,
too.
we
forgot about him.
We had a roster. Even in Baltimore, Chester Taylor and Jamal Lewis. Chester wanted to be up from Jamal's shadow so bad. He finally got an opportunity. We was happy for him. But man, it was just looking back, some really, really special times.
Yeah, you played with some really good players.
Yeah.
And I want to ask you about one more from the Ravens,
Sure.
a defender, man. Is Terrell Suggs as crazy in person as he seems when I watch it on TV?
Terrell, man. I got stories for Terrell, man. His rookie year, it was just like, wow, he was Hollywood in Baltimore, man.
Yeah.
They talk about some guys who are humble and kind of whatever, not quite sure about advocating for themselves. Terrell, he didn't have that problem. Terrell would tell you how good Terrell was. And the thing was, Terrell was very good.
Yeah,
but he would tell you about it. So I loved it. We would just laugh and watch him go to work. He was confident about everything, about what he did on the field, what he did off the field, everything he did. And he was somebody who I think willed himself to be a Ring of Honor guy. And, did he get voted Hall of Fame?
I don't know if he made the Hall yet.
Okay,
but he should. I mean,
yeah, I know
awesome player.
He's in the running, and he would tell Ray Lewis all the time, which was kind of boastful. Like, man, Terrell, we rookies. He's like, I'm gonna be better than you. Ray's like, I like your spirit. He's like, we'll see. But he used to talk, man. He's like, you good? I'm gonna be better. And he was serious. He wasn't joking. So I was like, all right, I like this guy.
Yeah.
But Terrell, man, he was a beast as a fullback blocking defensive ends. Power and speed, that perfect combination to where he was big enough to where he could do the bull rush, but he was so fast and had technical skill to where I hated block. I was like, Musa, you want him? You get Terrell, I'll get somebody else. But nah, he's a good dude.
Man, he has one of the most one of my favorite football quotes that he said to the media, and I know I got Aaron Woe Pittman's gonna say whoa, but they were getting ready to play the Steelers, and he was talking about being Roethlisberger, and he said, listen, his soul belongs to God, but his ass belongs to me. I was like, boy.
Wow.
I was like, boy, Suggs, boy, wow, boy.
Army sergeant stuff.
And the thing is, you got to back it up. You can't say that and not back it up.
And he did.
And he did.
Yeah.
Continually. That's why I was like, because he always was talking so big. I was like, brother, you going to write checks with your mouth that you can't cash, but he always cashed them.
Yeah.
And so it was fun. It was our version of Ray Lewis. When Ray was getting older, like Suggs was the new up and coming, loudmouth, big star, all the energy, and the Ravens defense we're built on that. Like that's something that you expect, even though recently the Ravens been struggling on defense. Those Ray Lewis and Suggs years were special.
What was your last year with the Falcons?
2012, let's talk about that.
So you played on that 2012?
No, but okay. I counted. I did the OTAs. I did the rehab. Right? I got hurt in 2011, and these wonderful people brought me back And I can talk about it because it's not, this
Yeah.
regime. It's the old regime. It's the Mike Smith and Thomas Dimitroff. And I love TD, but didn't love him when he cut me because and this is what agents are telling players, it's a game. It's a business, but it's a game. I didn't understand the rules of the game. So I had rehab, and again, I'm still the highest paid fullback in the NFL, making $3 million a year. They draft a fullback, Brady Ewing, making $300,000.
Who?
Brady Ewing. Exactly.
I remember that name, Brady Ewing.
I was going crazy because
I remember that name. I forgot all about you.
I'm at home.
Brady Ewing?
Imagine, I'm at
that?
home knowing that, all right, I got hurt against the short lines, but I mean, I'm Ovie Mughelli. Come on now. Like, I'm the best fullback in the NFL, in the country, in the world. Come on now. Like, let's what are we talking about? So they draft a fullback. I'm like, that's fine. I mean, they're worried because I got a little, not an ACL, not a piece of MCL, just a little MCL. Just the inside medial collateral ligament. Like that's it. I'm okay.
Yeah.
Draft your fullback. I'll mentor the young man. But they ain't going to cut me. I mean, come on. They ain't going to cut me. I saw them against the Giants. They could, if you remember, 2011 against the Giants playoffs, we up there, 3rd and 1, 4th and 1, 3rd. We could not convert. I was like, if only y'all had an all-pro fullback that, was healthy and can convert. Oh, that's me. I'll be there next year. That's fine. So I rehab, and they were like, hey, Ovie, OTA's coming up. Coach would like to see you participate. I was like, well, I'm not quite there, but I'm feeling better. I mean, you see me out there. He was like, yeah, well, I mean, coach would like to see what you got. And I'm like, I'm not really ready. He's like, all right, well. I was like, fine. I'll go out there and run around. I was like, wait, before you go run around, just sign this document that says that you're good to go out there and run. I'm like, but I'm not good. I'll run around for you, but I'm not good. He's like, all right, I mean, coach might think you're milking it, it's whatever. I was like, man, whatever, give me that document. So I signed it. I was like, I ain't afraid of nobody. I ain't ducking nobody. Like, come on now. I've been waiting to get back out there. And that one day, I remember every part of it. It's seared to my brain because I was so happy because my knee was holding up and I was moving and I was cutting. The stuff I did to rehab, it was all coming together. And I was out there with my guy, right? Because it's the worst. Be on the sideline, doing those little BS rehab stuff while you're seeing your boys, your team, the guys you've been rocking with for year after year after year after year, and you ain't a part of the crew. But I'm back with the crew. I'm with Julio and Roddy and Tony and all them guys, and I'm getting it. One-handed catch. Matt was like, uh-oh. He's like, Ovie's back. Ovie's back. It felt good. I was like, yeah, Ovie is back. The next morning, coming to rehab, after I had signed that document, didn't read it, didn't send it to my agent, didn't send it to my lawyer. I'm like, my team ain't going to do me dirty. They realize what they got. The next morning, I get a call from somebody in the admin and say, hey, Dimitroff and Mike Smith want to talk to you in the office. And I'm like, all right, cool. I was like, you know what? And my wife was telling me I just got married. She's like, they may ask you to, come down a little bit because, you got a little injury and, new OC. And so I was like, that's fine. I'll go from 3 to 2. It's cool, whatever. I'll negotiate with him because I'm big on opportunity. That's one opportunity to show him what I could do. And I know I can still beat this rookie that's coming in. I came in and they were like, hey, Ovie, how you doing? Sit down, have a seat. I was like, yeah, guys, all right. What y'all got? And I remember Mike Smith's face and Thomas Mitchell. They were so uncomfortable. And I was like, what's up, guys? Because I did not think in a million years it was coming. Did not see it coming. Because why would you? And they were like, so, Ovie, thank you so much for all you've done. You've been a stalwart in the community because you're a Walter Payton Man of the Year. You were the first Pro Bowl fullback that we've had. You reinvented the position here. We've had some great years, but we're gonna move on. I said, move on to where? He's like, we're gonna go in a different direction. I was like, what direction? It just wasn't sinking. Like, we feel like it's best for us to part ways. I was like, guys, I get it. All right, I get it. Y'all pay me more than any other fullback in the league, and I'm injured, so you want to prove a year. I'll go down to 2. That's good? We good? All right, we're good. No. We just want to have a clean break. I was like, all right. I got down to 1. Well, I go down to 1. Like, Ovie, I was like, minimum. I'll do veteran minimum, $800,000, veteran minimum.
Wow.
And they're like, we don't want you. And when I tell you, that broke me in a way that I haven't been broken to this day. I felt so just worthless because A lot of my identity, a lot of every athlete's identity is in their sport. What are you? I'm an athlete. What do you do? I'm a ball player. And when they took that away from me, I thought unjustly, I'm like, hey, let's go to training camp. It don't cost you anything. If I don't make it in training camp, if I don't beat out Brady Ewing, that's fine. But if you really think this little boy can go out there and block the grown men that I'm blocking, then let's go ahead. Let's compete. I'm all about competition. If I lose fair and square, then I lost. They didn't give me a chance to compete. I went down to the Falcons locker room, grabbed my little black trash bag, was putting stuff in here, and not like sad. I wouldn't let a tear drop because I'm too manly for that. But I was so angry. I don't know if y'all had some angry tears, but the angry tear, it was just welling up. And I was holding it. I didn't let it drop till I got to the car because it just blindsided me.
Man.
And so I had my, literally worthless trash. I had a black trash bag with my helmet, my jersey, got my cleats. I put it out there. And I drove right off Flowery Branch. I went to, I don't know, it was a Publix, the store around there, the grocery store, sat there. And I didn't cry, but I just sat there for like 2 hours, just sat there. Called my mom first, called my wife, called my sister, and then it hit the news like the next day. Falcons let go of Ovie Mughelli. And what bothered me, but it was a very important lesson, I thought like everyone would call me. Got like 6 calls. And it's funny because it's a business and they move on to the next. And the people who own the clubs, who, oh, you my guy, the people who, want to be all up in your space, oh, give me some tickets, the people who, hey, man, you love to be a financial advisor, love to be a lawyer, but they all gone. So I tell these young guys, don't get caught up into the whole glitz and glam, everybody my friend, everybody love me. They don't love you, they love the position. And I grew up a lot in that year. So that long-ass story, just to say that 2012, I still counted that because I was trying to get picked up, went to the Rams for training camp, and ended up winning the job. But they said, you know what, you're the best fullback here, but we don't want a fullback. I said, excuse me? They're like, no, we're good. I said, but I won the job, and you got rid of the job that I won? Like, yes. I said, all right. I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. And I came to Atlanta. I worked for 92.9 The Game for a little bit. Got to go to the Super Bowl and watch my former team, the Ravens, play the 49ers that year. And as much as I was rooting for my Falcons in 2012, I was like, if y'all go the year y'all cut me to the Super Bowl, I'm gonna feel a certain way.
Man, and I'm gonna say this, man. We could not run the ball with any effectiveness in 2012. Yeah. We could not run the football that particular year.
I watched.
That's one of the things in that team struggled. They struggled running the ball. They aired it out a lot that year. Matt was able to air it out, but we could not run the ball. That's why it was a surprise in that Seahawks game when Quiz came in the hole, knocked Earl Thomas over on his behind, because the Falcons, we haven't been able to run the ball that year. And now we're getting a little glimpse a part of the reason why.
Well, the funny story, and I know y'all got to go, so I'm going to leave it at this, but when I got hired at 99 The Game, it was immediately for that season after they cut me. So I was back in the locker room 3 months after they cut me, working with 99 The Game, and I was like, so, Michael Turner, they say right here that the running stats have dropped considerably in the last season. Can you tell our fans why exactly that is? Can you help us understand? Is it a positional change? Is it something with the talent? He's like, Ovie, you're not getting me in trouble. They told me you were coming. I can't talk to you. Leave me alone, Ovie. I was like, what? Mr. Turner, I'm just trying to ask you what the people want to know. And it was funny because after like 3-4 weeks, they ended up getting rid of my credentials because my producer set me up, have me ask the questions that were directly related to me not being there. And I think Brady Ewing, he ended up getting hurt in the preseason 2 years, and they got rid of him. They got like Mike Cox, Lusaka Polite. And what killed me was that I think Dimitrov had just didn't want to admit that he made a mistake, because I was in Atlanta when Brady Ewing got hurt. I'm like, oh, they're going to call me. I'm coming back to the Falcons. I'm sitting here looking at my phone and I say, oh, Falcons bring in Mike Cox. I'm like, Mike Cox? Like, I'm right here. Then I'm like, all right, Mike Cox is here. Falcons bring in Lusaka Polite. Who is Lusaka Polite? I look at it like, I'm right here. And I realized that, sometimes in business, when you make a decision and it's a wrong decision, the worst thing you can do in that space is to admit that you made it wrong. It's easier just to lean into the falsehood that you created for yourself. So it is what it is. I learned hard lessons that I still understand and use to this day. But end of the day, it was an amazing opportunity to play for the Ravens, amazing opportunity to play for the Falcons. I still work with the team very closely, which is why I love you guys. But it's just like you have to understand as a player how to not only play the game and play the sport, but make sure you get everything you can out of it while you're in there.
Man, look, I know you said it was long-winded, but that was an amazing story and something that I think a lot of people and a lot of athletes can learn from, man. Because, of course, we don't know you personally. At that time, we didn't know you, so we didn't know you went through all that. But these athletes, now that's one thing we have learned since doing these shows, man. The things the athletes go through, especially when it comes to getting cut and you put everything on the line with teams. Man, we're going to have to get you back, man. Look,
I'm around the corner.
Man, before you go, tell everybody where they can find you and Mike Turner, man, where they can check y'all show out.
Man, I love the way you introed your show because I want the same thing for us. So me and Mike T, we got our little Believe in Falcons show. It's a little podcast that we
Hold on. I got to stop you.
Words have power.
I got to stop
say
you.
it's little, man.
Don't ever say we have our little. Don't ever say little.
You're right.
My guy, you made it to the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Dad a doctor, sister a doctor, Charleston, South Carolina, Nigerian. My guy made it to Pro Bowl, slammed Bart Scott on his back, did your thing, helped Mike Turner make the Pro Bowl, go to Hawaii while you were at American Deli.
Yes.
My guy, my guy, you better not say little. Now start it over and tell people where they can find you.
Atlanta, we have the #1 podcast by former athletes in the world.
There we go.
We have, forget Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, forget the Kelsey brothers. Me and Michael Turner are putting Atlanta on notice, bringing you guys the best and the brightest that you can get when it comes to information, when it comes to entertaining you guys, educating you guys, giving you the behind the scenes, because I got 2 All-Pros, he's got 2 All-Pros. We kind of give you behind the scenes look. We don't take each other very seriously. We laugh, had a lot of fun, but at the end of the day, we tell the truth. If you want to know the truth about what's going on with the Falcons, with a little bit of humor and fun, check us out, Believe in Falcons, Apple, Spotify, everywhere you find a podcast. But like and subscribe, like my man said. Make sure you show us some love. We try to grow our thing as well. Our not so little podcast, our ginormous, huge international podcast is going to be big, but it can only be big if y'all help us out. So for real, y'all like, subscribe, follow us, show us some love, engage so we can get some sponsors and kind of turn this thing up.
Yeah, man, come on, man. Let's give it up for them. Give it up for them. Now, the only other thing we need from y'all.
What's up?
The Water Boys need to be on the show.
Yeah. Hey.
When can we make that happen?
After I set it up.
Mike's been on the show. I've been on the show. It's only right that we kind of, give it back. Now, I can't promise y'all the numbers that you don't give me and Mike, but we'll give you our numbers.
Come on, man. We really want. We really want to be on the show.
All right, let's do it.
Look, you guys represent the team that we love. You guys went out, put your bodies on the line for the team that we as fans love. Some of the wins that we were able to celebrate, you guys made that happen. So we are in debt to y'all from that perspective.
Appreciate it.
And we really, we look up to your football knowledge, man. So, and both of y'all are some cool guys. The way we got Mike Turner on the show was nothing short of just God making it happen. I saw him on my lunch break.
Really?
And we recognized each other. Man, at Buckhead Pizza.
You know what? And I tell this to everybody. For as big as Mike is, he don't understand how big he is. He is literally the all shucks guy. Like, if y'all see Michael Turner out, do not be afraid to go up to him, get an autograph, get a hug. Say, Ovie said, give me a hug to give you a hug. Mike's one of the coolest dudes to be, a legendary Falcons tailback that I know. And I'd say other people aren't, but some people are just like, hey, I'm not, I'm good. I'll sign 2 autographs. I know players like I'm not signing autographs. Like I'm in public, I'm not signing autographs. Mike, that's not who he is. So shout out to Mike as a human being, man. Amazing dude. And the cool thing about the podcast is that it's allowed us to have a better rekindle our brotherhood. Because when guys retire, they all go separate ways.
Yeah.
Like I'll talk to see Algie Crumpler every now and then, see Michael Jenkins every now and then, see other guys, but like we don't, and it's impossible to have the connection we used to have. And that's our lifeblood. Like that's what everyone says they miss. And so I've been able to get a slice of that back by doing the podcast and having an excuse, a reason for us to talk. So, it's something that's special. I tell everybody like, hey, the most important thing in the world is connections. So never pass up an opportunity to create those like solid, authentic connections with friends and family. So do that. It's going to serve you well.
Man, look. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, let's all give it up for the great Ovie Mughelli in here, man. Thank him for coming through, breaking it down. Like I say, we always give y'all full episodes, and when you leave, man, your football soul shall be real full, man, because we gave it to you. So look, like we always say, the Waterboy Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, the great Ovie Mughelli, my partner B Rich, Aaron, Whoa Pittman, and Doug. The Waterboy Show, we are out.